Jordan, you've been keeping an eye on this storm, but it's really going to be a tale of two cities, but we're going to be experiencing two totally different things.
That's right. Hot and dry here in central Alabama, but towards Florida and even Georgia, we're talking about potentially historic torrential rainfall. Here's Hurricane Debby. As of the 10 p.m. advisory, winds has crossed over to that 75-mile-per-hour threshold, which is what makes it a hurricane. It's still in the Gulf of Mexico, moving northward at 12 miles per hour, making this a slow-moving tropical storm slash hurricane that's making its way towards the panhandle of Florida. It should make landfall as we move into early tomorrow morning or sometime overnight, with winds at that time close to 85 miles per hour, very strong wind gusts. But by the time it makes its way into Georgia, it will downgrade into a tropical storm with winds around 40 miles per hour, maybe a little bit more, and then it'll make its way towards the Atlantic Ocean as we move into Wednesday and potentially into South Carolina as we move towards the end of the work week. But notice this is a very slow moving storm crossing a couple of states just within 3 to 4 days. And with all this rain out here, a lot of torrential flooding is definitely possible, but just take a look at all of the tropical storm watches and tropical storm warnings, the flash flood advisories, a lot of different colors here on the screen, stretching from the southern end of Florida all the way into southeastern parts of Georgia. Meanwhile, Alabama is mostly dry. We got a few downpours down there just south of Birmingham, south of Clinton, south of Rockford. That's starting to fade away down there, but as we wake up early tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing temperatures in the mid-70s climbing to the mid to lower 90s as we move to the afternoon. Can't rule out a stray shower or even a small pop-up thunderstorm, but most people will stay dry. Moving into 10 p.m. Monday night, will be in the mid to upper 70s, if not the 80s. Moving into more of a dry pattern as we move into the midweek. Debby's going to make its way along the Georgia East Coast and South Carolina coast, putting our weather pattern with the wind out of the north, making it more dry in Alabama, keeping rain chances very close to zero both Tuesday and Wednesday. As we move into Thursday and Friday, those rain chances start to come up a little bit as the moisture moves in at the surface of the earth, but most of the atmosphere is still very dry. Rip current risk is moderate as we move into the beginning of the work week, low as we move towards the midweek. And here's the next 7 days. Temperatures slowly climbing, 95 by Tuesday, 97 by Wednesday, but heat indices won't meet heat advisory criteria. They'll simply be in the near 100-degree range. And then as we move towards the end of the week, temperatures dropping to the lower 90s. Julian?
Next in sports, high school football season is